Okay, guys, so we are here on number 3, and again, this is just going to be a review, all right? So here we go. We now need to find the orthocenter, which means that we need to find the intersection point of two altitudes, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick any point that you want to go from. I'm going to start with going from R, which means that I need to find the slope of ST, okay? So finding the slope of ST, I'm going to do 5 minus 5. All over 5 plus 1, which gives me 0 over 6, which means my slope is 0, okay? But I don't want that slope because I want the perpendicular slope because it's an altitude, which means that my perpendicular slope is undefined. And using Vux-Hoy, I know that my equation is going to start with x equals, all right? But it has to be the x value that we said it has to pass through, which means it has to pass through -4, 8, which means that my equation is just simply x equals -4. Okay, let's now go from another point. All right, so let's now write an altitude from, let's go from S. Okay, and so what that means is I need to find my slope of RT. So R is -4, 8, and T is 5, 5, which means that if I find my slope, I'm going to do 5 minus 8. All over 5 plus 4, which means I get -3 over 9, which means my slope is -1/3. But again, I don't want that slope. I want my perpendicular slope, which means that my perpendicular slope is 3. And so we said it had to come from S. So I'm going to now write the equation, all right, that comes from S, has my perpendicular slope. So I'm going to write the equation that has my perpendicular slope of 3, and it has to pass through -1, 5. So I'm going to have y minus 5 equals 3 times x plus 1. I'm going to distribute that 3 through, so y minus 5 equals 3x plus 3. I'm going to add that 5 over, so my equation is y is equal to 3x plus 8. And so now I'm going to find my point of intersection. All right, so my point of intersection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that -4 that I got from my first equation and plug it in, all right, to my second equation. So I'm going to do y is equal to 3 times -4 plus 8, which gives me a -12 plus 8, which means that my y value is also -4. So my centroid, my orthocenter is -4, -4. Final answer. All right, one more when you guys come back.